Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm in my Centurion Action 10, which is one of my least favorite medium tanks. I'm platooned up with Hoops, he's in his machine. We're on Heilbronn, one of my favorite maps, and you know what? I think I can get the Centurion Action 10 to work on this. Not that the Centurion Action 10 is a bad tank, it just is... I can't even say it's not my style, because I like medium tanks, I like Ridgeline Warriors, I like everything about it, honestly. I was trying to think of something that I don't like. I feel like the bloom is very big, and I've kind of played around with gunling drive fans and vert stabs, and I even dropped my rammer to try to get the gun handling. But the thing is the aim time is so fast that it just feels like you don't need that stuff to be accurate. So my biggest complaint about this tank is just I think the gun hates me. So we have a love-hate relationship. Alright, so I poke over the ridge, get a snapshot in there. I missed my snapshot, and now I'm targeted. So I'm assuming that there's something on my left. It could have been Artie looking at me too. Hard to say. Alright, so I like to work this ridge line, or this hill, right away just because you can get some good spotting. You can prevent the red team from moving up, and what a horrendous move that was. So rather than snap the RU with good timing, I go over the ledge, shoot at him as I'm backing up, and then I proceed to take 2 shells in the side from the tank that I figured was over there. I'm trying to figure out where that little scout is. Chieftain comes over, and let's get a shot into the side of him, and now I'm down to 700 hit points. So I've really mismanaged my health here, and I get a shot into 13105, and that's a nice shot. I mean, this gun is just so good when it's on and so bad when it's off. If you got comments or anything you'd like to share to help me do better in the Action 10, please let me know what I'm doing wrong. This gun. And then I do things like that, like I driving across the field and I snapshot a T-57 heavy. So as much as I like to complain about it, it does land some shells. The hull armor is pretty trash, so you can't count on that. The turret armor is good, but then you'll just get penned by random tanks, usually like high caliber ones, which you'll see later. So got a Death Star up there. I don't think he can see me. Go to shoot him in the side through his drive wheel, which is generally a penetrating shot, and it bounces. I think it maybe went a little high, hit his turret, something like that. Sweep over here, hit the Jag Tiger. I gotta be careful on my left side. I mean, I really shouldn't have to be careful from my left side because my teammates look like they're on top of that stuff. We're losing 5-6, and the Death Star spotted again. Don't really have a shot. You can see how long it takes to aim the gun. But the aim time is actually pretty quick. It's just that the bloom is so big that it takes a while to aim the gun, if that makes any sense. It sounds like a counterproductive conversation I just had with you guys. Alright, so a sniper in the back, get a shot into him, continually get spotted every time I shoot my gun. It's not like this thing has great camo, so I'm not too worried about that. At this range I can stay hidden with this bush, obviously, but once I shoot my gun, my camo level goes down too far and they're able to spot me. So we've potentially taken the middle of the map. Hoops is pushing up the 5 line, and we can pinch this tank destroyer here. And then before I do that, I realize that I'm about to kill myself if I drive off of there. Hoops lets me know that that guy is pretty much done, so I can start moving south. And now I'm just going to jump on this ridge and try to get vision out. With only 700 hit points, I just need to kind of be a spotter, give some long range shots, and just stay alive at this point. So hoping to catch them out coming from the city if we can do that. It's usually pretty smooth sailing. So I don't see anything in that bush, so I'm going to move up and I'm going to get a shot into this defender. A nice shot into his side there. Our object 268 shuts him down. And then there's an E100 spotted out there. And he slams me. Like, I don't think he could see my hull. Maybe he could. I mean, I definitely wasn't hull down, but he was also in a hole, so it'd been a pretty difficult shot. He could have HE'd the top of my turret and got a HE pen on there. I know the heat rounds, if it dipped at all and got my hull, I probably will pen me, but pretty frustrating shot there. And that's just kind of what trolls me in that tank. I'm not the best Centurion Action 10 player, I'll be honest, and I go into games with my Centurion Action 10 with just a bad attitude already about the tank, which doesn't help. So Hoops needs to finish this game up. Misses his last shot on the E100. And the 268 takes one from the E100, but shuts him down. So they got a 4v3 and the red team has Artie. They got to be careful because the red team also has a scout. So if their scout is doing work, their Artie should be able to clean this up. And Hoops is ammo rack, so it's gonna be difficult. Now I let him know that the 257 and the Death Star were both up at the spawn, or up on the hills at some point. Whether they're there or not, I'm not sure, but I have no idea where the T92 or the 105 is. And the medium tank is gonna go down the one line, so if they're hiding over there, they should be taken care of, unless he gets shotgun. For some reason, you guys like to watch and enjoy watching miserable endings for me. So I'm going to let the cat out of the bag and let you know that it's gonna come down to the wire, and it is a very good match. However, it could be. I won't tell you the definite answer, but it could be heartbreak. Alright, so Hoops is going to move up here. He is ready to go. He's got his 4 shells loaded up in his machine. Death Star gets spotted over there. Artie was in the city and Artie's dead now, so really they got a 4v3. And there's the T57 Heavy gets spotted on that ridge. And I let Hoops know, you got to move up, get under his gun line. And that would at least forced him to jump off the cliff to kill Hoops, whereas Hoops could have just at least sat underneath the ridge line. But he just wanted to try to get the damage out because he didn't think he was going to be able to reload. And since he didn't pull the 57 Heavy off of the ridge, the 57 Heavy gets to back up and stay safe. Now, the IS-7 has a scout behind him, and he turns his turret the opposite direction of which way he actually wants to go, but the scout can't dodge his gun. Weird. Okay. So if you're in a scout and you're like in a field with a heavy tank, rocking back and forth is probably not the best bet. Just to circle him and avoid his gun is like a really good tip that that guy should have taken note of. So the 268 comes around the corner. The T57 Heavy was locked and loaded, ready to go, but the 268 snaps a shot off with a heat round right into him. And there isn't many places where a 268 hits a T57 Heavy with a heat round and doesn't penetrate him. So takes care of him, and now there's just a Death Star left. And as long as these three work together, we're good. Yeah, I made a game, I think earlier this week or maybe last week, that had a similar result, like a 3v1. You just gotta work together, guys. I know there's no comms, no communications, but you can look at your mini-map and see. Now the 268's on low health, the Death Star kills him. So what is the Centurion 7-1 gonna do? Well, he needs to go over here and track the Death Star in place and then just get behind him. Now the first shot, I don't blame him. You know, get a shot in real quick. Death Star is doing a great job of like leading him out, and then the 7-1 doesn't take his time to shoot there, even though he's past the gun. And if he gets a drive wheel shot here, no, he doesn't. And he continues driving forward in front of the Death Star's gun. There just must be something in the water in Heilbronn that people like to drive in front of the guns of other opponents' tanks and die. Good job, you guys. Just baffling. Okay, so this IS-7 gets a shot in. I believe, yes, they're both one shots for each other, potentially. I mean, the Death Star has to get a nice shot with Hesh into him. And IS-7's doing a good job of using the dead tank, and IS-7 shuts him down. So there wasn't any heartbreak. I was just kidding, but you could feel it, right? You could feel that slipping away, because that's what we felt like watching that. Just thought it was going to end in tragedy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Get to end game stats here. It was not anything pretty. 2,700 damage, 900 assisted, and Hoops threw down like 3,800, 3,600 and got a kill. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.